today I'm going to be doing a TBR video for you guys, because why the heck not, right Fiona? I feel like in the past year I've been kind of beating myself down about not reading enough, because I used to think that it was a reading slump because I wasn't reading as often as I used to, but then I just learned that that's how reading tastes just change over time. You know, I'm growing up, I'm not reading the same books that I used to, I'm not reading the same amount that I used to, but that does not necessarily mean that that's a bad thing. It's just life. You end up getting jobs, you end up getting relationships, you end up doing everyday adult things, or not adult things, like binge watching TV shows instead of doing work. And I had to say to myself, Sasha, don't feel stressed to do something that you should feel like you want to do because you love it, or else it becomes more of a job than a hobby. And that's something that I've always been very careful about not creating with reading, because I generally love the art of reading, and I think that if I start pressuring myself to read more, that will make me feel like it's not as enjoyable as it used to be. So no, I'm not in a reading slump. That's just how I read now. I don't read as often as I used to, but when I do read, I read a couple books, and then I really like those books because I make sure that the books I read are books that I'm very excited about and are eager to read and devour and kind of grow from, because why am I going to read books that I know I'm going to dislike? The first book, one of my great friends, Lindsay Cummings, recently read when she was over at my house, and she was devouring it. She was reading so much of it, and I was like, that looks like a good book. And of course, I pre-ordered it, so I got it a few weeks ago, but I have not picked it up yet just because, you know, life. But now, this month, I really hope I'm getting to it. And what is this book, you may be wondering? It is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. It's been a hot second since Maureen Johnson actually has published a book, but I'm super excited about this one because it takes place in a Vermont boarding school, and it's a mystery novel. I learned this past year that I really do love mystery novels, and Maureen Johnson is literally the queen of mysteries. I mean, look at her author photo. She's literally a detective in it. That is so cool. It makes me want to go and get a little bit creative with my author photo. Maybe I'll put on a plaid dress and twirl around in the Highlands for my next author photo. Who knows? I mean, I am writing a book that takes place in Scotland, so it makes sense. So yes, this book follows the storyline of a girl who goes to a Vermont boarding school and ends up getting wrapped up into a cold case. So I'm excited to jump on in and discover where this mystery may lead me. The next book I just have to read because it is the romance month of the year. I mean, I read romance books probably every month, but you know, this is just a really good month to read them because of Valentine's Day. And if you're single, book boyfriends or girlfriends. They're there when the physical rendition of them aren't. So this book is Roomies by Christina Lauren. I've been hearing a lot of great things about Christina Lauren, who are a co-authoring duo, and they write wonderful romance novels, according to Natasha Polis, one of my best friends. And this one follows a story about this woman, and she lives in New York City, and one day she gets attacked and saved by a mysterious street performer. And in return of him saving her life, she offers him the opportunity of getting an audition with her uncle, who is a notorious music director. And when the meeting goes great, she figures out the real reason why he's been hiding under the radar. It's because his visa expired and he is here in this country illegally. So in order to keep him around, she marries him, and it's about them being roomies and the romance that ensues from there. I'm very excited to jump into this novel, especially because he is an Irishman, and I love Irishmen and Scotsmen. Oh, they're a wonderful breed of human. And then lastly, we have the Utopia Book Club book for the month of February, and it's very fitting because the cover is red and it's a beautiful cover at that. And it is Ever the Brave by Erin Summerall. We are kindly being sponsored by HMH Books, and I love working with them, especially when it has to do with Erin Summerall's books. We read her last one, which is Ever the Hunted, last year, and so this is the sequel to the first novel, and I'm very excited to jump back into this fantasy-filled world. So if you want to go and join the discussion, we talk about it all over the internet on our Goodreads page, and at the end of the month we do a live show which will be on my channel, so stay tuned for the dates for that. So guys, yeah, that's pretty much the end of the books I plan on reading this month. I hope to get to most of them. If I don't, you know, maybe I'll just carry them on to next month. Who knows? But I'm very excited about all these books, and I'm excited to read them with you. And also don't forget that I have a book out, ZENITH, the Andromeda Saga, that I wrote with my lovely friend Lindsay. So if you want to get this book, the link will be down below as well. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Let me know what books you'll be reading this month. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Can you okay. He has a skull in his mouth right now. Like a legit skull. Oh my god. You guys, stop playing. I'm trying to film. Go. Be free. The life of a dog mom.